At Stanford University's East Asia Library, the exhibit Words and Characters, Books as Vehicles brings in 57 works from artists from both China and the U.S.
If you did that kind of thing with the English letters, it wouldn't look like nearly as beautiful.
Artist Susan Messer's book has pages made of soap with the character for heaven inside. Artist Qing Liu takes everyday materials, Chinese newspaper, hair, and broken eggshells to allow viewers to come up with their own interpretation. The head of Stanford's East Asia Library shows me one of his favorites, Hong Wei-Young's Archaeology of Texts, which hides characters within.
If you keep a distance from it, the character is pretty obvious. There are so many different, formats and styles of the Chinese books. They are the carrier of the Chinese civilization. I think those artists, they appreciated the value of the Chinese book, and I try to show them the beauty of the Chinese characters.
Across town at the University of California, Berkeley's Art Museum, the focus is on one of 17th century Imperial China's most influential artists. Chen Hongshou lived a decadent lifestyle before turning to Buddhism for a short time, which is why he earned the name the Repentant Monk. Several of his works, like these from Shanghai, have never been seen in the U.S. before. The works of Chen Hongshou being featured here also come from outside of Asia, like the one right behind me, which actually comes from Berkeley Art Museum's very own collection. This one right here from a museum in Zurich. And over here, this hand scroll actually comes from the Honolulu Museum of Art.
对，这个山水画是大概是他的最好的。
Curator Julia White points out one of her favorites.
哦，对不起，这是 Cleveland Museum of Art. Yeah.
Because Chen primarily painted figures, this rare large-scale landscape shows his drive to pursue different artistic endeavors.
And I think if people take the time to look carefully at the paintings, they're going to find a lot of Chinese history and a lot of Chinese artistic tradition. Perhaps they will learn something about the times that this artist lived in, and will take away a greater understanding of how an artist is affected by the turmoil that surrounds them.
It's also extremely rare for a Chinese painting exhibit to focus on just one artist. That mold is being broken here in hopes of exploring deeper the mind and talents of a master painter. Mark New, CGTN, Berkeley, California.